especially for Vega. Good pickoff potential, pretty good 5-man draft. Their key thing is probably just getting that Centaur blink. If they get that, then anybody is a potential victim. But we'll see PR change things up quite a bit. I think the Zeus is probably the most unusual pick this game. We've not seen so much Zeus lately. I remember there was a time in the last patch where every time you see C9 play, it's like that thought of Zeus is getting banned out first phase, or they're picking it up right away. But it doesn't. It seems like Zeus is more Bloodseeker's sidekick nowadays, if anything.
Yeah, well, with the introduction of stuff like Glimmer Cape, Zeus is just like, well, screw you, Ice Frog. This is my potential to be able to have this heavy magic burst, and now you got something like Glimmer Cape that a lot of these teams love to build up on supports. Nerf down that magic. Still offers fantastic utility throughout the game. Anti-smoke almost with that global presence. Great bit dewarding, but it's also very good at asserting himself in the laning. Plus, Vega continuing to show that they're happy to pick up heroes that you don't see very often, but they know how to run. In addition to the Bane, now grabbing the Centaur at the end. We already know Mag plays this hero a ton. I mean,
do you
he
remember
filled
that
in at Star Ladder. Yeah, exactly. He played Mag all the time, only Mag all the time. And Vega, when they run Centaur, are 5-0. So every time they played it, they've won. So
that's
undefeated.
impressive.
They're switching
Here
it up.
we go,
He's up
though.
in the top lane solo. Yeah, bottom is where the skirmish is, and J4 utilizing that slow Arctic burn. Is Tulamine able to make it away towards safety? Well, I guess not really safe under his own the enemy tower, but look at him just dance around here. There's a rune to come up in 20 seconds, guys, if you want to head up north and go for it. It looks like they will now. Vega just really asserting their dominance, showing that we want to be able to control the jungle and get down maybe some nice aggressive wards, but they actually don't drop anything quite yet. Maybe fearing that they would be able to scout it out. But here comes Solo. He's like, oh, I forgot to drop one of these. Maybe I'll throw one up and over here. I'm not too sure. They're really just kind of waiting out.
I'm counting 9 tangos that got used in that fight. No kills, but I feel like at least a third of the regen in the game has already been snatched up.
What is going on?
Cheshire Cat and Mag just going at it. Cue up the Benny Hill music, man. Clock's got the better base move speed here than Centaur.
What are they doing
mid
lane? Look at Sonico. Just go to sleep.
Is that? Do they just want him to miss
regen.
experience? I guess they're gonna deny him a little bit here.
They're just keeping away from the lane. Don't even bother. I've never seen this before.
Oh, he's got to wait for the next creep wave to make his way in. He's missed an entire wave, and I've missed the first blood again. What a great start to Dakota.
No doubt. Look at the frustration.
What is this? Why is the Shrek off-lane solo? What? They see the supports mid, and they're like, okay, yeah, you can't have the horse here by himself. I'm just, I don't know what to say.
I'm sure he's like, what the hell are you guys doing? And they're circling the map like, we're messing with Zeus mid lane, man. Well, they're here at mid. They're going to quickly trade off the sleep, but Yara's actually going to take it, which makes for an easy lightning storm setup. They're actually going to dish the stun onto Goretz, and he's going to try to run away here. Another secondary lightning storm, and they'll get the kill. So they get themselves on the board, evening it up 1-1 with the rotation in coming out from Bane, but this game is feeling pretty damn clowny already. These two, Solo and Sonico, happy to get extra aggressive here. Now running into J4, already a TP back from Goretz. And look at this, they're just happy to go aggressive, run behind. And uh-oh, might have gone too far here. Sonico might need a little bit of help. That's slow. Oh, one more auto attack, not going to be able to find it. Yara, though, eating a lot of right click. Coming out from Solo here. Might walk forward and get the heal in 2 more seconds to maybe finish him off. They're just going at it right now.
He denies himself to the neutrals in the meanwhile. Bane, and now they jump in onto Solo. They're going to find that Dazzle as well. Anti-Mage dies in a flurry of damage, and that's after the stick charge. It's just mutually assured destruction by both teams. And now a hasted Zeus is going to say, screw this middle lane. I'm heading top. I want a piece of the Mag action, and Mag ain't going anywhere. He's pushed back twice by the Cogs into the battery assault, zapped down in the end. Cheshire Cat to get the last hit. What a game, man. Already just unbelievable.
Nico's back. Let's see how frisky he wants to play here. Charge on 4 there. Really putting the aggressive into this aggressive tri-lane on the bottom. Looks like they finally have to be at bay. They need more time, and there's no mana currently on their Lesh to follow up with anything. Kind of have to keep things simple. All the meanwhile, someone like, you know, your little heart no one. Shadow Fiend is not getting involved with all these fisticuffs. He's 14-9 CS, having a jolly old time in the mid lane. Zeus was able to rotate, though, and be a part of a kill, which does benefit him a bit, but it's just hard to keep your eyes away from this bottom lane.
The issue for me right now is that PR, they need a gank mid because Zeus cannot win against Shadow Fiend when he's behind like this, and they're also struggling a bit in this bottom lane. They go on to Sunico, maybe able to finish him off with the chilly touch. They will get the job done, but it comes at the cost of Dara. Perhaps he's got stick charges, he'll pop them, still falls, Tule meme down, and Solo going in. He's got a heal, pops it now. No more cold, or chilling touch rather, so the chase goes the other way. Already the point and poison touch. Solo just needs that last auto tech. J4 trying to worm his way through the trees, already coming back as anti-mage. Another heal, he gets the grave. Solo survives. Reinforcements arrive from Nico, an extra life for everybody. You get one, you get one, and you get one. And while that's happening, Mag on the run top, there's a rocket. He's gonna fall as well. 8-4 at 4 minutes, averaging 3 deaths a minute here in our opening 4 minutes of play. What a game.
This is PR's game plan. They're like, maybe we'll just play our own way. We'll be brash and headstrong and just relentless, and maybe it will take Vega out of their comfort zone or something. So far, it seems to be working pretty damn well for him. Ditya, I'm sure, is having a struggle, though, here in the bottom lane quite a bit. I mean, he's also been punished. 2-2, though, but let back in mid lane. Sunlight put to sleep. Look who's creeping on forward with the DD. Raise number 1, raise number 2. One right click could do it. He almost goes down just from the right clicks of the tower. Rocket flies, connects, but still got plenty of life, bottling it up. And now he knows that possible clockwork's en route, so he changes direction. He's trying to run here. Can Cheshire Cat get the connection? No! A blind shot that is not going to happen. He diverts, heads back to his top lane, and it looks like Vega are going to get away with the assassination.
That's a very unfortunate whiff. Taking the Shadow Fiend out would have been massive, and with that, Clock becomes the highest level hero in the game, I believe, but as you mentioned, just a bit off the mark. Meanwhile, bottom, more action. We can't even look away for a second. Solo gonna grit off the grave. He will throw out the heal for a bit of extra damage. Has stick charges here as well, but not quite enough to find that additional kill. They put Dara away for a couple of seconds, healing him up with the cold embrace. My eyes are on Cheshire Cat right now, as I feel like he's the one that can just take this game over, but as things stand, Vega, despite their aggressive moves early mid, starting to struggle and fall behind a little bit here. Shadow Fiend, the big hero that's had a great start, but everybody else starting to slip a bit on CS, giving up a couple of unnecessary kills, and this could quickly fall apart as PR start to get a lot of levels on their supports now. Already 4 on the Ancient Apparition.
You got Mag, who's about to be level 6, which means you got the Stampede now ready to go. They might just want to put it to use somewhere elsewhere. It looks like it's going to be bottom lane. Oh, they're going to get an invis route too. But here we go. It's already actually PR who's going to pull the trigger. Try to go. There's the Stampede going to be unleashed. So Daz is able to kind of rearrange himself. Can't get the ramble for anything. He ends up going down to the Zeus Blast. Here's Cheshire Cat with a beautiful connection onto 2. And now Gorian stepping on in, trying to get off at least as much damage as possible. But no, Cheshire Cat. The follow-up is not going to be enough. And he ends up going down himself. Hi, how's it going? Boom! Double kill.
That was one of those, oh shit, I've bit off more than I could chew. Like, if he gets the 2 hero cogs there, I think they get both kills, and Shadow Fiend struggles to get involved, but he wrangles in the Shadow Fiend as well, and then you've unleashed the beast. He's able to get off a raise because the battery assault's split between 3 heroes, and then everything quickly falls apart from there. A crucial fight, really, for Vega, as it looked like the PR, just their level advantage more than anything, was going to start to snowball this game, but immediate 1100 gold swing, and with that, suddenly it's Vega's game. They're the ones in the driver's seat now. 3 of the top farmers. Support's doing pretty fine as far as levels go, equal and even ahead potentially in the case of this Bane at level 5, and looking to make plays bottom. Dakota, J4 could be in trouble.
Takes flight, does get stunned. Ditya commits with a blink on 4, but Sunico's there with the sleep, and they decide to change targets to finish off J4. He's able to get off the cold embrace, so he starts to heal on up. Even the 3 of them can't finish him off quite yet. Cheshire Cat back for round number 2, hoping to be a bit more successful. J4 makes a clean getaway because of it. They get the first finish. J4 ends up going down. Rocket to fly. Ra could be in trouble here. Needs more time. Man avoids up. What is he going to do about it? Oh, tries to juke and jive. Not going to be making it out. He ends up going down. Make it 2 all day in favor of Vega. They have just evened this game right back up 10-10 at the 8-minute mark.
I feel like this, you mentioned the Stampede, and we saw the first fight bottom. It saves them, hold that thought. Shadow Fiend and Cheshire Cat do get out, but there's a Bane here, and that is not something that Cheshire Cat wants to tackle. But yeah, this Stampede has just been the difference maker. As soon as they got it bottom, he Stampedes, it allows the Dazzle to run away. His Grave was cooling down for about 4 seconds. Gets off the Grave, or actually, no, that was the fight where he didn't Grave, but he still gets off an extra heal. He manages to stay alive a bit longer, and it ends up helping them turn the fight. Again, in the last fight, we see the Stampede doing work, and this is before that Mag's ultimate, or his Blink Dagger, rather, even comes online, and still been able to make a lot of things happen. Evens the game up to 10-10, and with that, now Shadow Fiend can really start to accelerate his farm. No jungle stacks, but just having his way in this mid lane. And Zeus isn't even really laning anymore. He's jungling at this point. He doesn't feel safe. Lacking the vision and not really having the best heroes to help him out in the mid lane. This anti-mage just needs too much attention right now bottom.
Right, Stampede's back up. They might need to use it soon. Cheshire Cat has been planting himself here in the bottom lane, looking for that ideal hookshot setup. And I wanted to ask you here, thoughts on going for the Tranquil boots here? Clockwork seems a bit different than usual, and he's going to be possibly going for a Blade Mail, putting a lot of emphasis getting the armor built up. I understand you're going against the Dazzle, so any extra armor you can get is ideal, but Tranquil's always seems a bit awkward on Clockwork, who's definitely going to be involved in the fights and losing the effect. But here we go. Speaking of which, he's going to make that first committed jump. He's trying to go for Lesh here, but look at the damage. He gets the help from the Cold Embrace, and they're able to burst down the Lesh. Very nicely done. They're getting the slow from J4 and then Arctic Burn, but Soniko steps back. Gives Ditya a sleeping pill. Good put him on the side. Eats a couple of raises. Oh, big thunder from above comes out from your Zeus Requiem to fly on out. Still can't finish anyone yet. They're looking for Cheshire Cat. They'll get that kill with a couple of right clicks. Killing spree for him. Oh, what an ice blast to fly out. This could be big trouble for the rest of Vega if they can't withstand the shrapnel, and they go down.
That was the last
kill
kick.
before he goes.
He had stick charges. If he doesn't die there, he sticks up, he kills J4, and it ends up being a 4 for 2. Very, very big ice blast, and right back the other way, Dakota. Suddenly a 1,200 gold swing favoring PR. And this is just going to be one of those games. The roller coaster Dota is what we've got in store for us to cap off what's been an amazing start to Esportal's day one of playoffs.
This is one of those games where you're also going to be saying, hold that thought. Way too much. Yeah. You're going to try to go on a tangent about something, but then something has to break out somewhere. Right now you see flirting play, a missed hook shot on the bottom. Cheshire Cat, ever since he turned level 6, has been wanting to hang out down here as much as possible and get something set up. And this is that first attempt, and like he might decide to step back. Well, I say that, but they do have J4 nearby with Curse ready to go. No Fiends grip up on Soniko, so they got it. Good stun, though. Might stop him from stepping in with a good cog, but there's the follow-up from Ditya and the Winter's Curse. They're going to get Lesh down easily, so Nico could fall next. Mag, 2 more seconds. 1 more second has Stampede if they want to make a chase here. I don't think they're going to have enough. Now
you can't dive against the Zeus. Zeus has his ulti. If they go in there, that's a feed fest. So they're going to have to let it go, but PR managed to find the pretty quick level 6 in Goriets, and I feel like he's been... It's 2 Ice Blasts in a row that have just been massive, the first one especially, but even this Ice Blast allowing them to find a clean Lesh pick, and they do have that semi-global type of draft, you know, well, not even semi, just straight up global type of draft. The Sunlight will get caught mid though, a nice jump in from Mag. All of a sudden, able to find a counter kill, but the Midas is out. That's a 12-minute Midas for Goriets. He's the most farmed hero on his team. I've been saying he's having a good game, and I didn't realize just how good until now. That's unbelievable.
Ooh, jump mid lane. Cheshire Cat looking to make a go on to Sneeko. Gets the brain sap that heals him up a bit, but there's another Ice Blast. It's actually going to be J4, though, who gets the last and final blow, putting him at a killing spree now. And yeah, I agree, and that's all credit to Gorilla, just recognizing that, hey, no one's doing anything in this top lane. I'm going to take it. I'll sit here and farm all day, getting my Midas nice and early, and if my Ice Blast is needed, I'll dish it out there. I'm already plenty far away, so it's going to be a huge radius, not too hard to miss the shot, and unless Vega want to do something to get the solo pick onto him, he's going to continue to farm up until he's got a level 11 and an Ags. And if you get it pretty damn early, could be trouble for Vega. And pretty much all PR need to do, kind of lead in with Cheshire Cat, get the setup, and oh, they scout out Shadow Fiend here on the bottom. He's in Viz, but Zeus has his number, forces him backing away. Obviously that, they're going to communicate it, be a bit more cautious here in the
Gorietz will end up backing off top. I just can't believe how farmed he is. He's more farmed than the enemy Leshrac and all of his own team. I don't know if I've ever seen this. 4, 2, and 8 on a tri-lane support AA. I mean, granted, as you mentioned, he snuck away towards top, and that was definitely the right move, but he's been hitting all his Ice Blasts and making the difference. No, they'll now push in mid. Ditya got to clean out a couple of creeps. At some point, it's like, it's great you're farming your AA, but he's already got his Midas at his levels. They do need to find space for Ditya for the Zeus to some extent on Sunlight, at least getting that first basic utility item out, and it's a bit of a worry for me that they're just finding nothing so far. But Gorietz, he's living the life.
I'm a big fan of playing AA, I guess, just when you're kind of playing one of those lazy games where you can find a free lane to farm up and participate with that ultimate. Next thing you know, the enemy team underestimates how actually powerful the Ice Blast is. Well, again, hold that thought. Bottom lane, they're going to jump in for Mag. The Centaur caught between the cogs with help of Ditya Rock, and they finish him off. They can't. He's too big and burly. He's going to be able to make the run away. Ice Blast is going to be a little too late. Maybe we jinxed him on that one, but the connection will not be there. Mag is going to be able to make it out scot-free at the cost, though, of a Stampede.
And while that was happening, Shadow Fiend did manage to cobble together the Yule Scepter. This is a big pickup, a fast timing as well. 15 minutes in. Apparently reading is getting tough for me, but it's a fast Yules. It's also a game where he's got a lot of easy targets to blow up. AA still very squishy at this point. Even with the Urn is an easy solo kill if you get off the Requiem with full souls. Zeus, of course, food. Anti-Mage maybe doesn't die, but is brought low enough that any sort of follow-up will net a kill. Even the clock could easily drop here, and without a Blade Mail, until he completes it, there's really no solution for this Yule. So I love the pickup in this game, and we're gonna see it in action now. Nope. Did he lag? Did I lag? He just kind of stood there during the Yules.
He didn't fall through with it. Cheshire Cat's like, I'm fine, I'll just go and engage. We'll make it go on Mag. We'll get that kill with the help of the ultimate Ice Blast to fly. Could catch Shadow Fiend here. No. Be right behind.
They got the grip, though. They're going to find it around the double raise. They take him down. They want Sunlight as well, and they have the Yules ready again. This should be an additional kill. The Brain Sap secures it. I'm getting some like weird visual glitches maybe where like he's not doing anything and the Requiem pops out, and then I saw him use the Yules and just stand there and the Requiem didn't come out, so our Shadow Fiend appears to be malfunctioning is basically what I'm trying to say.
You know, Reborn will fix all that, I'm sure. So
Dota 3. Dota 3.
Yeah,
or is it Dota 2 Part 2? Not sure. Episode 2.
Dota 2.1.
Okay, Episode 1.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Here we go. Vega now, after succeeding in taking down the tier 1 in the bottom lane. Farm on out and take away some extra resources by the PR here. Or picking out a nearby Shadow Fiend, but he's going to easily waltz on back out. With that, we kind of look to see, I know, is PR looking to just kind of take what winnings they can and fall back on Ditya into the later game? Because I don't know if Vega... I mean, I don't know. If this game goes late, LD, what do you think? Which team has the better matchup here? I mean, AM seems to be the easy call-out, but Vega do have a respectable amount of lockdown to keep them at bay. Split Earth, Fiend's Grip, you know, Centaur Stun. Could be tricky.
It's tough to say. I don't feel like AM's necessarily even the strongest carry in this game. I think Shadow Fiend matches up really well against him, and to me, the bigger thing is like the supporting cast. PR do have that big global draft, you know, massive burst, AA, Zeus ulti. If you hit that combo, you can take almost any fight, but at the same time, I also feel like Vega have the draft that's better suited to snowball this stage of the game before you get the AA Ags, before Zeus really finds much farm, and I just worry about the farm distribution. Like, having AA farm is great, but not if everyone else is dirt poor. Speaking of which, well, there used to be an anti-mage there. He is bottom 4 in net worth, Dakota. 6 deaths at 18 minutes, and showing no signs of improvement, to be totally honest.
So Nico's trying to do a very aggressive war, but Cheshire Cat is
200
there in spirit.
gold. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but he's 200 gold below lowest net worth in the game. He's actually now 3rd and dropping rapidly. I've never seen an AM this poor.
They should just transition. Let AA be the new game.
Anti-mage start buying wards.
At that point.
Get that force staff out. It's getting to that point. I mean, maybe you even forgo the Battle Fury. I honestly think it's... I almost never would say Battle Fury is not the right item, even if it's pretty late, but this is... You're looking at like a 25-minute Battle Fury, I feel, and that's assuming he doesn't keep on dying, which... If he's not, maybe J4 is. They've got a ward on him right now. I don't know, man. Support
Before
AM.
the Battle Fury, you cave and get something like a dare I say, a Vanguard? I don't know.
It's even too late for Vanguard. I don't know what you get. Maybe like a straight Manta of Lads, but Manta's not an easy item to farm. I'm perplexed. I don't think I've ever seen an AM this poor. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what you do. He's back up to 4th though. He's climbing the ranks.
Trouble's coming. They get a Yules with the help of a Stampede charge on forward. Raise number 1. Looking for the secondary. Nice cog back into the Winter's Curse from J4. Shaoqing's going to have to step back and away, but a nice Zeus ultimate. There's been no Ice Blast quite yet to connect on forward here, but they're going to look to try to clean things up. They get J4 and Cheshire Cat on the backside. Nice Fiend's Grip, able to catch onto Sunlight here. Your Zeus with no mana going to get his head chopped right off clean from Mag. And quickly, 3 will hit the deck. The only remaining Ditya Ra, the poor anti-mage we've been talking about, who's already spotted out from Soniko. Could sleep him right here. Mag has the mana for a stun follow-up. Put him to sleep, baby. All right. Night-night, buddy. Here comes trouble. They do have an Ice Blast, but they lead in with the stun, and he is dead. 4 down all day. A killing spree for your Shadow Fiend, played by Hart, a.k.a. No One. Vega on the rush forward to try to clean out this series. 2-1 in their favor. PR, man, they had a valiant start. What was one of the most clowny starts to a game I've ever seen, but the person who's been eating the most of the punishment has been this anti-mage. Because of it, they don't have that security to fall back on as this game continues to push on forward.
There was a moment there where he dipped down to 2nd lowest farm, and he's about to, because this Dazzle's about to get Roche Gold, I believe, unless something miraculous happens. Cheshire Cat, waiting position, goes for the hook, but Solo with the body block, and AM has officially become the 2nd to last hero in terms of net worth in this game. That might be a first in competitive history, or at least with teams of this caliber. And you know, I gotta say, Dakota, that last time where he gets picked off in his own jungle, I really feel like that's just tilting for Ditya Ra. He knew they were in the woods. He has a ward, or rather, he had a ward over in this region, and he didn't. I don't think he actually saw them there, but he knew they were roughly in the neighborhood. As Mag will just casually stampede to make sure it's still working. Hasn't gotten a little rusty. Pulls out the WD-40, confirms it's good to go and smooth on the hinges, but. I just think Ditya Ra is one of those games, man, where as a carry player, it's just hard to keep it together when this type of thing keeps on happening.
Oh, they tried to scout out Goritz there, and I'd done this before. You see the TP, you try to quick spaz out of Yules, and you double click it, and you end up using yourself. But
hey guys, look at me.
Goritz makes it away. Yeah, you feel a bit awkward about it, but he gets an Ice Blast to fly. Not going to be doing a lot of the damage. The effect will connect, but it's not going to be too long of a one. They'll just continue to charge on forward at this point, and feeling pretty damn good, I'd have to say, if you're a Vega fan. And it looks like Tier 2s are next on the agenda. I don't know what they're going to do to stop it here, except Sunlight just trying to bolt his way into some sort of defensive position.
don't feel PR are out of it. As bad as it looks this game, they have that amazing combo, and Goryets is closing in on an Ags. If they can get the Goryets Ags, they might be able to tear this, but Vega are not going to allow him to just farm. They're making their move in on Cheshire Cat. They get off the sleep. J4 moving in very deep, and now the grip comes through. He could get off a really nice Winter's Curse. Does manage to pull two together as they smack each other down, but the clockwork falls already. Le Meme able to just glimmer himself back towards safety. But finally, your anti-mage getting a little me time bottom. He's managed to pull out a Bassi. He goes back for the Bassi after getting the Perseverance. I think just to push the lanes a bit faster, and now is probably going to go either into Vlad's or maybe just back into the Battle Fury. He's caught up, you know, just a couple of minutes. He's firmly ahead of the bottom 2 or 3 heroes, and he's looking to catch himself back up into this game, Dakota.
If he's able to get himself back towards the top of that net worth, he has certainly earned my respect and my applause. I watched It for a long time. He had pulled crazy games back from when it seems like they were on the brink of defeat with like Slark. I've seen games where he's been able to split push, do some serious rat tactics with an AM. This is going to be one of probably the toughest tests I've seen him have to go through.
Do you know why he's struggling so much? I finally figured it out. He doesn't have the golden bashers, man. How are you supposed to play without those? Like, anti-mage is objectively...
You just don't.
He's got the burning pro gear. That's a good start, but you got to follow through with the goldens, baby. I don't think he's been fiending that many pubs. Or normally, if you're a pro player and you start fiending a hero in pubs, you either buy the item or you find someone to give it to you as a donation.
Here they come, charging on forward. Mag unleashing the Stampede, but they're actually going to be coming up short on any sort of opportunity to catch anyone. Ditya heads up north and will decide to farm out the Vega jungle where he feels it's safe, and he is right on that, but what's not going to be safe is this mid-tier 2 on their side. Movement coming in. Vega looking for a setup. Ladank Meme trying to maybe find an opportunity on this Lesh. Last time they tried dishing out maybe a Glimmer Cape. We'll see if they do it again. Nope, instead he breaks in.
Top.
Whip. But top, where I thought Anti-Mage was going to be safe farming, Shadow Fiend's like, nah, I'll go get him myself, and cleans him up quickly. Meanwhile, back mid lane, nice Glimmer safe here under your Dazzle. Plus gets the Shallow Grave off. The looking to go on the Winter Wyvern has his own. But blocks the hook shot, but does allow the Clockwork to get in there. They take out the Lesh, but he has a Bloodstone, so he's up at about 5 more seconds. It ends up being a 1-for-1 trade, still one that's very favorable for Vega, being able to take out the AM yet again. But hey, PR get their AA Agnum Scepter. Something.
It is a big item. I guess the question is how big. Vega have 1 BKB, already a single Glimmer Cape, another Cloak of Defiance. On top of that, you've got an Urn on the field. So like everyone's basically tanking up against magic damage, and I don't know. I still don't count PR out, but I just feel like psychologically, Ditya is playing to me like a guy who's just frustrated beyond all belief. They are going to look to hold here, though. They get off that Ice Blast on the Mag, and that's going to be a long duration one. Maybe enough to kill him with the rocket coming through. Glimmer Cape's going to wear off. He continues to limp away. Now even stampeding his team back. They leave the Dazzle for the Wolves, and Suniko forced to put an ally to sleep. They will ultimately lose the Centaur. Shatters, and even I think gives experience the way of PR. Sticking a bit too close to them. That's the kind of fight you're looking for. 2 big kills. AM at least present mentally, if nothing else. He was in the neighborhood. They now find a hook shot. Cheshire Cat looking for a bit more. On to Heart they go. They'll find him too. And now even laying into Suniko. 3 heroes taken down. You wanted to carry Ancient Apparition, Coddle Guy? You might get one at this rate. Goryt's now 4, 3, and 11, but feels like he's a whole lot more than that.
We're going to do another one. Ice Blast here. This can make 4 heroes plus a tower takedown. This is PR bursting the door wide open on a comeback. It seemed pretty damn bold to make that assumption before, but now seeming just a touch more likely. Still feels like it's Vega's game to lose at this point, but if they continue to hand over more,
Mag,
I mean,
no!
Mag TP's in, he's almost in trouble. Has to force step away. Gets close to Solo. Solo can be there with the Grave if necessary, but look at Sunlight. Jumps back in behind, but nice Grave turnaround. But oh, Cheshire Cat's there as well. Bumps Mag back into the action. Gets a Glimmer for safety, and now it's Cheshire Cat who will be the one in trouble. He ends up going down. They get the secondary kill. Now they're looking for the follow-up. It's going to be Sunlight. Might have spoke too soon, unfortunately, here for PR. They end up losing 3. Double kill. for the Mimi goat.
the Mimi goat.
I don't know. I don't want to
what
call
a back
that.
and forth game. Just when you think PR, you know, clawing their way back into it, everything just falls apart. And the funny part is that fight looked so good at first. The Centaur gets completely caught out. They had an Ice Blast about to cool down, so I'm like, how is he going to possibly live here? Clock hooks him, bashes him back. Then Bane went for a Fiend's Grip, which got instantly interrupted by the Battery Assault. That didn't matter. AM just melts. He's completed Battle Fury. I honestly he can't be coming to fights. He's just way too squishy. He has to split push at this point. Sure, it's risky. The Blink Dagger Shadow Fiend can kill him. We've seen it before, but you have to put pressure on the lanes and just slow Vega down. Like, he just doesn't bring anything to the fights right now. Maybe if he gets a lucky Mana Void on Tule Meme, but it's just a low percentage chance, and a high percentage he gets caught in the crossfire and blown up. So I still feel like PR, not out of it, but they gotta slow the game down for Ditya Ra and let the rest of the heroes play that 4 Protect 1 Dota at this point.
Uh-oh. Solo. Gotta get the hell out of there. They're scouting him out. They see with the Zeus ult now, the rocket. Ditya is on the chase here. Help is en route, but he has nowhere to go. You're going to need a grave, buddy. Quick self-grave, but will decide step out the Ice Blast as he prolonged enough time for his team to show up. They cancel the TP with the Mana Void. Here comes trouble. The Mimi one jumps in. It's Dakorific, and they can almost get the kill there. Zeus able to finish off the Dazzle. And now Goritz hides himself into a corner. Meanwhile, it's Maggie caught out from Ditya. Nice Glimmer save, though, from Suniko. Puts the other one to sleep. Cheshire Cat going to be snoozing on this one. And meanwhile, you see, it's LeShrek getting the finishing kill, finally catching out that AA and taking him out. This one's just all over the place. Ends up being the 1-for-1 trade, just a poor little support for a support.
Well, and good news, Ditya Ra doesn't die. If that left stun hit him, he might have actually gone down to the magic damage. Even though he's got a level 4 spell shield, he's got sub 1,000 health, and as a result, still very vulnerable. Even to magic damage, I would say he's quite squishy. Auto attacks from heroes that aren't normally known as damage dealers can really hurt him. Oh, that self heals my heart. Actually, no, there was no Winter's Curse. I guess he could have put him to sleep. But if Shadow Fiend BKB Requiem's there, I think they get that kill. So, bit unfortunate. 24-29. I mean, who's your money on? It's an even game, Dakota. Gold-wise, it's only a 6,000 differential. I honestly thought this would be like 30,000 at one point the way it started, but it's really slowed down for Vega.
Oh, at the point you have to start considering like who's going to finally try to slow their roll and take this one a bit more methodical play, because right now both teams have been very brash with how they approach these opportunities to try to swing the game in their favor. Right now, again, trying to catch out Ditya Ra as they've done previously, but this time he's not in the same spot. He's learned his lesson. He's heading over towards the side shop here. See, Solo, it's hunting. Here comes the rest of PR. They're going to look to flank from the west side now. The start could be in trouble. They scout it out. Hook shot forward plus the Zeus ulti. So going to force him to pop the BKB, but that's not going to stop the Winter's Curse. Meanwhile, down below, you can see Lesh catches out Ditya Ra, looking to move on in. Ice Blast will be there, but they get Ditya Ra down. No, they don't. Now he blinks away. They do get him. Bane's at the being the trade. Up and above, you can see Shadow Fiend looking to waltz away. Cheshire Cat going to get a nice save from the Cold Embrace. They continue to chop down the Ice Cube. Can they finally finish him off? They finally get him. They persisted for it. Sunlight, though, cleaning up a double kill for him. J4 Glimmer Cape, step back and away. Vega are persistent on to make this fight work, but they're going to go down one by one. Mag going to get dropped. Solo thinks he can do something about it. Will he TP away? No, he will not. Thunderbolt to the dome says you're not going anywhere, and they're going to get the kill, and it's Power Rangers with a 4-for-2 trade.
They just keep on trying to smack him while he's cold embraced. It does absolutely nothing. Oh man, this is not really looking that great for Vega, I have to say. I mean, considering that this anti-mage was at one point the second lowest in net worth, sure, he dies again. But they are running this Zeus AA with the AA eggs. It's getting to the point where forget about the AM. He's a red herring. The real threats is everybody else. They've got multiple Glimmer Capes out, make it 3 against the. I mean, it's some physical damage from the Shadow Fiend, but he's really not right-clicking much in these fights. He's primarily just trying to unload the nukes, and It's anybody's game, I would say, at this point. This Roche could be very important, though, as Zeus will finally finish his Bloodstone. A pretty big pickup for Sunlight, albeit a very late one. I imagine now we want to see the refresher straight away to synergize with that AA ulti. Too late to even think about an Eggs, and generally it seems like the refresher is just the better overall pickup for the heavier burst damage in a single fight. But they are going to go for the Roche now. Moving towards the pit. AM is joining his team. Ditya has managed to complete a Yasha during this time. And do you really want to go into the pit against this combo? I guess they're going to risk it. No vision by PR, and as a result, they don't know it's coming.
Oh, they didn't shoot an Ice Blast or anything with pre-scouted out. Now they could be caught out here. Oh, nice Stampede. They catch out Goreitz with the sleep. Nice quick Glimmer, though, and he sidesteps. They're trying to catch him out blindly with the stun, but he just does a nice juke maneuver. Yeah, they need some way to scout out these Glimmer.
Triple Glimmer. You gotta buy a gem or at the very least some dust. They have nothing. And no inventory slots. I guess that's the issue. Their supports are too farmed, but they're gonna need a solution for this soon, because every time they fail a fight like that, PR gonna push the lanes out. Do they go for it, Dakota? They've just been hit by an Ice Blast, but it seems Vega may not care. They want to push in.
I think they should go. There's no agents or anything on the Shadow Fiend. He's pretty dang low. They somehow jump forward, get a big Winter's Curse. Could have been a good turnaround there for PR, but Vega recognizing that they're kind of hit pretty hard. Don't want to kind of risk the advantage they've been given. They will just kind of step back in a way, farm up the jungle on the way out.
It's probably just I think Ditya just blinked in the trees, but I just happened my camera on him, and he's hiding in the trees next to the small pole camp. I feel like that's such a microcosm of how this game has been for him. Try to make a move on top a bit for Mag. Has backup in tow in the form of Cheshire Cat. I think hoping for that hookshot counterplay, but they're not going to find it, as the Leshrac will roam free down the middle lane, now moving back towards the Ancients. Things are going to slow down, I guess, and that is something PR should be very happy about.
The non-Yules Leshrac, so setup isn't quite as easy as we saw in, I believe, in the first game. But for now, looking to sweep in behind, trying to get a quick grab onto this tier 2, but nice quick reaction. The fortification stops him. Ice Blast comes in, will connect onto your Lesh. He's going to have to step back and away, eating way too much damage. We'll get some glimmers, I'm sure, for some help. They're able to clean it up. It looks like it is going to be the Shadow Fiend. Gets the last hit on that tower. So Vega now claim all outer towers here. PR, more extra fortification from the outside. He restricted too much. Ditya continues to farm up what was once a very, very poor AM. Now Battle Fury Yasha at nearly 3K gold saved up.
He's still a very, very poor AM, but that's like you said, he is starting to come into relevance. And against the Leshrac, if you get a farmed AM, or not even a farmed AM, if you get a moderately, an AM with the tiniest bit of farm, a Manta and a Battle Fury, if he gets off a bunch of mana burn on this Leshrac, he can tear him a new one. But for now, Lesh has a BKB, so won't be too worried about the mana void. They are, well, they were thinking about a smoke play on him, and then they're like, oh wait, he's still got Aegis. Let's go mid instead. Winter's Curse comes out. They're going to work on solo here, but the defensive sleep prevents the Shadow Fiend from killing his buddy. Still the Ice Blast came through. The Requiem counter-initiation. Big stun from Tule Meme. Not enough to finish off the second hero, Cheshire Cat, surviving through all the damage, and now Ditya gripped and dealt with again. The anti-mage racking up the deaths. 11 to his name. He is over a third of the team's death as the supposed one position. What a just horrific game to be Ditya. Now Goreitz sure to fall. He's going to be number 3. Glimmer all you want, but Saniko's got a gem. Maybe denies to the neutrals. No such luck. Dead again.
That was a bit ambitious of a jump in. It looked like J4 saw the opportunity to make something happen onto Dazzle. Committed the Winter's Curse for that, but then realized that backup was right there. Then they kind of had to second guess what they really wanted to do. And Ditya caught out of position. Bane has had it out for him. Backup just doesn't seem to be there to help out. Zeus quickly retorts with his own ultimate, gets the cleanup on your Shadow Fiend, but just not enough at this point. Vega still etching ahead at this point. Not by as much as you'd think, though. 6K team net worth advantage, about 8K as far as experience goes. Top lane, get the sleep on the Sunlight. Here comes help in the form of Mag. TP's in, blinks on forward, gets the stun. glimmers himself up to prevent any sort of excess burst damage. Can they get sunlight? They can. He goes down. Tried to sidestep the stun, but it didn't matter. He actually gets the suicide off there at the end. Credit to him, but he's still going to be out 30 seconds.
Tule Meme is the one who seems to really be pulling ahead now. 20,000 net worth. There is a triple glimmer, but oh, bottom lane. Right as he engages, guess what? It's not a man alone. He's actually got quite a bit of backup, and another death. 12 for him. This is just painful to watch, Dakota. As a dirty, dirty anti-mage picker, my heart cries out for Dityara.
Something's gone wrong, and AM gets jumped by a Lesh, and Lesh just kind of easily manhandles him. At this point in the game, you think that AM would be up and ahead, but now they know Dityara out for 40 seconds. They're ready to charge out in. There's a Yule's BKB pop. Requiem to fly. Sunlight eats a lot of that damage, able to make it back and away with the help of the glitter. Capagori, it's going to be the one in trouble. They move on forward. Can they finish him off? They certainly can. And with that, they're looking to go for the finishing blow. Zeus is out. Double buybacks to come. Pops out the ultimate. They do finish out the Shadow Feed. Going to be out 80 seconds now. Vega, they decide to pull back and away. They did no damage to the actual base, not even touching the tier 3. They just wanted to charge out in there. Ooh, whiffed hook shot from Cheshire Cat. Not going to get the catch. Sunlight back from his buyback. Love to get a bit more than one simple kill. They're not going to follow it up.
They could have thought about a jump there from J4, but no ultimate. Not going to chance it. Still, like you said, double buyback on the cores. I mean, let's be clear here. The AA is far more important than the AM at this point, even though the AM's farm is slightly, at long last, eclipsed him just before the 40-minute mark. He's got to run in, and AM does not want to be running in at this level of farm. So because of that, the AA, still a far more important hero. Big buybacks to force out. And now Vega just need that one more fight to be able to try this. They're going to find it. Do they have a grip available? Yes, they do, but they can't get it off in time. What the hell is that range? He sucks him down from distance. Another death. Make it unlucky number 13. Tule Meme barely missing on a stun there. As a fleeing Zeus will make it back to safety. Now going to buy his BOTs, but jeez. This honestly feels 6v4, Dakota.
Yeah. I've never seen so much hate on an AM. Like, Dityara is not safe anywhere. He comes back, he's like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and farm top. The second he shows himself, it's like all hands on deck. They TP 2 people in, and they just immediately die, predicting that he's going to be doing the side farm instead of sticking with the lane. They get the kill. It's well worth it. Now he's out 30 seconds. No buyback for that. Cheshire Cat caught out. Oh, over there. What the hell is he doing so far out close to the base? Luckily he has a buyback, but I call me blind for missing that one, but I guess I'm just not expecting him to be that deep into enemy territory. We'll have to buy back, I'm sure, for some sort of subtle defense, but we'll have to see what Vega's move is actually going to be.
I don't even know what to say about this game. I mean, as much as I wouldn't even say we're picking on Dityara, but we are continuing to highlight the unfortunate state of this game for him. It's not just him. It's like everybody drank a little crazy juice today. It's like, you know what? It's game 3. This is CIS Dota. Let's have some fun with it. And I mean, they're certainly making it entertaining, but let's just say that these teams are going to have to step their game up if they want to have a shot against VP in the coming days. This is not going to be good enough to deal with Virtus Pro.
Yeah, this is Virtus Pro is a team I'd say that, you know, they come out and they look like they're technical boxers. They got their gloves on, they're doing their jump rope warm up, and these are guys who have just like pounded 3 straight whiskeys and roll up their sleeves and like, let's just go out back and swing a bit, and hopefully I catch you on the chin first. Dityara's been caught. He's got a glass jaw, but they're making it go on to solo here. He gets off a grave just in the nick of time, so it just kind of stalls things out, but they eventually bring down this Dazzle.
I like how Dityara
looks like for PR.
Dityara doesn't even stick around. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go push top. Like, nobody's gonna let me have this kill. Nothing will go my way. I give up. I'm not even gonna see what happens with this one. They do lose the Dazzle, but ultimately, I'd say it's a bit of space created. A long time to kill him, and they ultimately is only a support hero this game. Already has his key items. As Suniko will get caught out. Now he's the gem carrier. This is a big kill if they can find him, but he's 4-stacked out of just in the nick of time. The Ice Blast won't connect. Now the very fortunate Pipe Mag. Excellent defensive play, protecting the the desperately needed gem. I mean, you lose the gem against triple Glimmer, and you're going to be a sad group of pandas, but they're still in great shape.
It costed PR a Winter's Curse plus a Zeus ultimate, but thanks to the Glimmer and a force save in addition to his own force from Mag, he's able to make the clean getaway here before flirting around this mid lane, but it's all the meanwhile. I wonder who's dead.
Did he just get solo killed?
He got caught out by
always got a
lane
hex
from
now.
the mean one.
Jesus Christ. 14. I mean, I just feel bad for him. This is... He can't do anything. He can't fight Lash, who he's supposed to be a natural predator for. He certainly can't kill the Shadow Fiend. The Centaur can just run people away. He can't split push against all these blinks and mobility. And it's not like he's got a late game to farm for. You ask the question, who's got the late game? Whether or not PR do, Anti-Mage certainly does not. That is... His chances at late game, they sailed 20 minutes ago, it feels like.
I fear for the fantasy points at this rate. You're unfortunately. We'll have to see. They continue to try to hold here. It's on their
I don't even
defense.
want to think about that.
But Vega, they have other things on their mind.
What's
they
the
go back
lowest
for Roche
fantasy
and they'll
score
take
you've
it.
ever seen, Dakota? On that
like,
note, let me ask you.
Not crazy. Probably like negative. I think it was like -2.
I wonder what the lowest ever recorded is. At least in competitive
like
play. Maybe we'll tweet it into Haas after and try to...
13 or something.
Roshan has
I don't know. You feel bad for pointing that out, and whoever that poor individual might be.
That's true. It's kind of a dick move to even do the research.
Could be like a core player who is playing support in one game and then end up, beating a bit like supports kind of tend to do. That would be pretty damn hard hitting. And
no.
Cheshire, can you want a TP? Well, no, you got to go to sleep. So Nico pops up from his invis, gets the catch. Cheshire Cat should go down here.
By the way, look who's dangerously close in the neighborhood right now. It's Tiara. All right, he's going to run away. If he cuts the wave over here, he's probably safe. Do they 5-man TP back to get him? Lesha's going.
They're going to send one back.
He's anticipating he's going to go farm this camp, I think.
Oh, get out of there, Sunlight. Oh, sidestep. No split earth. Goes right back towards mid lane and said, what a nice little sidestep right there. Very good crossover play coming out from the Sunlight one. Back to base to defend. Ditya going with what he feels is the safest spot, the enemy jungle. So far seems to be working out for him. This is the longest I've seen him farm in at least the past 40 minutes.
Oh, he's going to find a tier 1. Anti-Mage for the battle period. Amazing to see a tier 1 still on the field at 45 minutes, but he'll take that. That'll get him closer to a BKB, but unfortunately, there's physical damage. Shadow Fiend has a Daedalus. You've already got the Dazzle ultimate to worry about, and that's even assuming he gets this BKB off. There's that Hex, and there's going to be an almost instant respawn for Leshrac. 17 Bloodstone charges and Aegis on Shadow Fiend, so give them 2 extra lives here, Dakota, at least. With buybacks, anyone else? No, that's good. Oh, actually, Centaur has one. And the cheese and 6,000 gold. So here we go. Up onto the high ground. Vega looking for the 2-1 win.
They get the grave off. It will save Shadow Fiend for now. He does have the Aegis to fall back on. Expected that he's going to go down and will go down here. You don't have to worry about Nice Blast. They already have Ditya back in action just in case. Your tier 3 has been dropped, and you need to take a moment to pause. Does come out from Gora side of PR. One final tick away, only 15 health, by the way, on that melee Rax. Vega looking to kind of move on forward and try to finish this game out. No, man. I think PR can hold.
How do they hold? They have no Ice Blast right now. Their one Rax is already down. There's still a Leshrac instant respawn. They still have a cheese available. They've got a buyback on the Centaur. Also, Leshrac close to a buyback of his own. If they can hold this, PR are miracles. Miracle makers. I mean, this is about as tough as it can get.
About it.
A perfect curse.
Yep.
That's it. That is true. That's always an X factor. But they've got a ward on him, and oh god.
Bye PR.
As though it could possibly get any worse for PR. Even the Dota gods working against them.
They lost everyone but their stand in Goryets. We'll quickly back to reconnect here. Fortunate timing as this is their base on the line in final game number 3 of this best-of-3 series. They managed to string together a win in game number 1 in a really nice draft. Vega came back harder in game 2. This game, it's a bit of the same. Heavy punishment towards your late game hope in your AM. Vega just, they get so much. Lesh, still king of the net worth, using at exactly 28K net worth front. He is slotted out to high hell. It's going to be very difficult for PR to try to stop this.
I guess the only slight good news for PR is he's out of item slots. He can sell the blink, I guess, but having that blink hex is just so powerful to shut down the AM split push and just to allow you to initiate freely into the base. So I think at this point, Tule Memes primarily just wants to make sure he's buyback. Shadow Fiend, I don't know what you go for. Normally, Satanic is in the cards, but you're up against the Ice Blast, so I'm thinking maybe even a Butterfly here just to be a little more tanky and difficult to bring down in general. They're also getting close to a Saniko BKB, and there's quite a few ways to cancel this Fiend's Grip, but it means another big ultimate has to be expended on a hero that should ideally not even be focused at all this game, just because of how far down the totem pole he is, frankly. And Vega, 1 lane of Rex. I mean, PR are going to have Ice Blast for the second lane, and they did pop the Aegis. Maybe they can rebuff Vega, but that's just the start. They have to stop them here. They still have to take down tier 2s. They need to deward the map, ideally get a gem of their own for some map control. It's going to be climbing Mount Everest, and they haven't even left base camp just yet. Hell, they're still in the air flying to the right country.
Yeah. It's a long shot here. I don't imagine Vega are going to be pulling back. They have Solo's weave up in a 1 second time. They can put out a nice defensive weave to secure the extra bit of durability before they ascend into the base once more. Second rack set possibly confirmed. They didn't finish off technically the middle one, but looks like it's potentially their game. Now we're back and underway. Zeus in the action here. Let's get started. J4 is ready to play. To watch. I want to see if PR be able to hold. It ain't going to be easy. 6 more seconds, though. They want that Ice Blast. Let's go.
All right, back into it. Let's see if PR can pull off the impossible here. They've got a creep wave pushing in mid as well as bottom. Not a bad time to go, but Vega are going to back off. Do they double back here with the smoke? No, they just push out the lanes and they say, let's play it safe. Sure, we've got a huge lead, but we are up against the Wyvern. Don't want to take any chances. And meanwhile, PR, they're going to go for a smoke of their own, but let's see. They're heading the other way. They're not going to bait the AM. They're going for Mag.
They saw the Lesh go top. This is their chance. Oh, they see Mag with the ult. He actually heads north. Long range of that Winter's first ball with Ice Blast. Your Centaur going to be dead here. Nice solo pick here for PR. Good enough. Vega converge, head themselves right back towards the mid lane. Good move from PR. They recognize that Vega, wherever they are, will not have all 5. Decide to smoke, quickly go on the move, and they catch Mag farming. This little pick kind of puts them in this game for a little bit longer.
So Centaur went for the Ags. To me, this is probably the biggest Ags upgrade that's been introduced in the past, I want to say, like, the past 6 to 9 months. If it's not the biggest, it's definitely on a very short list. This is an incredible Ags. The main reason why we don't really see it is just because Centaur isn't the greatest farmer, and he also struggles a bit in the early stages of the offlane generally to get that early experience. I mean, this game, I believe he died to the clockwork earlier when the... Or no, actually Zeus rotated in gank design, so he even had some support early. But once you get this Ags, you're up against Zeus. If you pop that Ags at the right time, Zeus ults, he's doing basically nothing. And on top of that, it's going to block a lot of the other incoming damage and really makes them difficult to kill. You're looking at a lineup now with a pipe, quite a few Glimmer Capes of their own, massive HP items coming out, and it could be a real next tier of item that completely pulls the game apart in favor of Vega. But let's see. He buys his BOTs now, not going to save for buyback. Mag just... Seems like Vega now, they just want to be able to push out all the lanes simultaneously, and then once they're all pushed, BOT in and go for that back-breaking push.
Ray, haven't seen this in a while. PR as a group out past the river, hanging out towards this top lane. They should just bait out Ditya. Expected almost that Vega are going to hop at the chance to jump him. And it looks like that might be what's happening here. They put Ditya in lane knowing that Vega can't help themselves. They got to get that kill. They got to kill him again, right? So they move in, but Gorets is actually the one who's going to get caught from Lesh in behind, flanking him, and they're going to get the AA kill. Nice quick snag. PR, they're ambushed, so they'll have to double back to base. This time AM going to be on the sidelines. 80 seconds. Does have buyback here. Not the play they were hoping for.
He's a rather tanky one, but in the end, the AA is still going to go down. And this Leshrac just, it feels like the world is his playground right now. He's unbelievably farmed, and they're going to push in mid. Solo getting down a ward. The whole team finagling. You can see all the lanes are now shoved in. All three going to be well past the river. They've cleared out every Radiant wave on the map aside from the single wave mid, and they're going to force the buyback on the AA. Does this keep them back? I still feel like they can go in. They've got everything ready, including the Stampede. The Dazzle ultimate just deployed. Let's see. Do they find their opening? Here we go, Dakota. Blink forward, but the Glimmer will allow Sunlight to just walk away.
That was a pretty early BKB from your Shadow Fiend. That might force Vega to second-guess a commitment.
Oh, no.
Now they go on forward, recognizing it. Oh, nice force. He's going to be out of the Ice Blast and into safety. So Vega see that. They decide to move in. Zeus almost caught, but here comes Lesh. Charging on in, popping his Shiva. Shishir Cat locking down the Shadow Fiend. Feeds Rip onto Ditya. Getting right-click down. He's done. Out for the game. 80 seconds. No buyback. This is Vega's time. They clear out two. Shadow Fiend getting them both. 3 out all day. A desperate little Sunlight Dota trying to make it back to the base. Can he make it out? Gets help from Glimmer? No. Going to be committing suicide. He is out. Does have buyback. Immediately spends it out here. But Vega already have other priorities. Yep. I don't think he's going to be able to defend that his own.
Falls, and they're going back in.
AM got the money for buyback, so he buys back. Ice Blast moves through. Will connect. Hits the Shadow Fiend, but he BKBs. Charges back, Sunlight. He already bought back. Gets a Glimmer. Force away from the stun. Tier 3 going to be going down here. And okay, Vega. What a huge freaking Mana Void. That took away all the life of Lesh. But it doesn't matter. They turn right back around and they disconnect. Oh, man.
Poor Vega. Or PR, rather. This is just brutal. I don't know if I've ever seen a team just have as frustrating of a game as this.
I think they called game.
They're not even going to bother, and it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Ditya, he's going to spend his last moments on this earth blinking into his final death. He ends this game dead for 100 seconds. If he didn't have 20 deaths, he's damn close. Brutal. Just absolutely brutal stuff.
It's a shame, too, to be honest. PR looked really good in game number 1. Looked like they came in eating their Wheaties. They had a strong draft. They executed well. Vega seemed a bit thrown off, but they stayed cool and composed is what you need out of a good professional team. And